Daniel thought I wouldn't notice the $840 missing from our account. I didn't shout. I didn't need to. I placed the bank statement on the kitchen island, tapped the charge with my fingernail, and asked, "Were you planning to tell me tonight? Or after the payment cleared?" I lead the flow of our home, the budget, the schedule, the chores, our weekend plans, and honestly, our marriage had never been calmer. Until I found the $840 charge he had hidden from me. The strange part is, putting me in charge was his idea. A year earlier, our life looked successful from the outside. Inside, bills were late, laundry lived on chairs, and every small decision became an argument because neither of us wanted to own it. I didn't demand control. Daniel asked me to take the lead after he forgot our mortgage transfer. Twice. I agreed on one condition, but it also created the one rule he would eventually break. Every Sunday, I planned the week, and somehow gave us our life back. At 7, we sat at the kitchen island with coffee. I reviewed the accounts, assigned Daniel cleaning rotation, dishes, bathrooms, and Thursday laundry. I also planned the meals for Daniel to cook. I handled the scheduling and the final budget decisions. Nothing was silently assumed anymore. Even our phone rule was mutual. Devices stayed in the hallway during dinner and weekly scheduling. It felt strict for exactly 2 weeks. Then, I noticed we had stopped fighting. Before I took the lead, he mistook chaos for freedom. Afterward, groceries appeared before we ran out. The bathroom stayed clean. We ate together a proper meal. Every Friday, I transferred equal personal spending money into our separate accounts. Simple, you would think. Just one agreement. Household money was never touched without a conversation. That was the rule. And 3 weeks before the bank statement, Daniel decided his reason was important enough to ignore it. The first crack wasn't financial. It was a bathroom Daniel refused to clean. Or how he frames it, forgetting Thursday's chore. I handled it myself. But the third time, I didn't lecture Daniel. I just added the missed task to early Saturday morning and moved his gaming time until after it was finished, exactly as our agreement allowed. I opened the planner and showed his signature beneath that consequence. Daniel still hasn't told me about falling out of alignment and the missing money from the bank account. I wasn't angry about the cleaning. The bills were current, savings were growing, the house felt peaceful. Meanwhile, Daniel had started measuring his value. So when his younger brother called and admitted he was in trouble, he finally saw a chance to be useful. He needed money before Monday, and he made Daniel promise not to tell anyone. Especially me.
My brother needed $800 and gave me 1 hour to decide. He said his rent payment had bounced after his work hours were cut. He also said Claire would turn it into a family meeting. That wasn't true. But in that moment, it gave me permission to believe she wouldn't understand. Our personal accounts didn't have enough. The emergency fund did. I logged in, transferred $840, and labeled it home repair, so the alert wouldn't raise questions. The instant I pressed confirm, I knew helping my brother wasn't the betrayal. The lie was.
That night, our smallest boundary rule made his secret almost impossible to hide. At dinner, both phones went into the hallway tray. Halfway through the meal, his phone buzzed 3 times. I glanced toward the sound, then back at Daniel, but didn't ask who it was. After dinner, I watched him move through 3 chores I normally had to remind him about. Then I asked one quiet question. "What are you trying not to tell me?"
She gave me the perfect chance to confess, and I lied again. I told her work had been stressful. Claire waited. Not suspiciously, patiently.
I can handle an uncomfortable truth. I can't build around missing information. Friday, the money was gone, and I was waiting in silence. Daniel walked into the kitchen, expecting our usual budget meeting. Instead, the bank statement sat on the island. Beside it was a printed email from the property manager at his brother's building. His rent had never bounced. I called only because his on an old emergency contact form. I looked at him and said, "Daniel, I need you to tell me where our money actually went."
I realized my brother hadn't asked me to rescue him. He had asked me to hide something.